Hi everyone, it's Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspirations. Welcome to my stamp studio. In this video, we're going to be making a Rockin' and Rollin' card in a fun shape, and you're going to get a sneak peek at one of the new online exclusives that's going to be available in the Stampin' Up! Online store on Tuesday, November the 7th. So let's get started. First, I'd like to show you this adorable bundle that will be available November 7th in the online exclusives in the Stampin' Up! Online store. It's called Fluffiest Friends, and it has these so very cute little animals and other little items like flowers, and then the dam, part of the beaver dam there with all his little sticks and little bees to go with the bear with his honey. Just fun little images that you can use for different occasions. Now it also comes with the coordinating dies. You have the shapes of the animals here, plus some extra dies you can see in here to use to make a little landscape or fun little scene. So it's going to be really fun to work with, and this is my first time to have it out, so I'm so excited to show you. So today we're going to be making a really fun card that you probably have seen online, but I just had to try it. And it's this little Rockin' and Rollin' card made from a circle that's folded in half. So you can use any circle dies that you have, and if you don't have any of those, you could use some small round objects that you can find in your house, like a little plate, a small bowl. Just trace around it and cut, and you can get this same little look, okay? So to do this for mine, I have used the deckled circle dies, and there are quite a few sizes in there for you to choose from, but I measured this one from the cutting edge to the cutting edge, and it's about 4 inches. And then you want to choose a size that's a little bit smaller, and this is for your top layer that's going to go over the folded circle. Okay, all right, let me put those back in there. Wait, I think I'm going to need this one here. No, I don't need that. I've already done some cutting. So I've already cut the 4-inch circle, and I'm just going to fold this one in half. I'm going to show you how to make this card 2 different ways with embellishing or adding your images. So this first way is where we have half designer paper in the front and half basic white in the back, okay, so that there's room to stamp an image and sign your name, all right? Okay, so here I'm going to tell you about folding this. So when you fold cardstock, you know that it has like a grain where the fibers run a certain way. So when you go to fold this in half, if you've got some resistance there, try a different way. See how this one is this one is a little harder to fold that way, so I'm turning it, and now it wants to fold up just like a taco, okay? So let me go ahead and fold that in half, match those edges, just like a taco, and give it a good burnish on the fold. Okay, so now the next thing is you have this piece that I cut with the circle that was next smallest. I already cut it in half and used half of it on this card, so here is the other half, and again I just folded it in half and cut. Super simple. Now we can go ahead and put this on the front of our card with a little glue, and then we're going to work with the back just a little bit. Now I'll have to say that you don't have to use the basic white on the back if you want, which I'll show you in a minute, but for this one I decided to do that just so you'd know there are 2 different ways to make this card. So I've got that there, and then this piece is the same size as the designer paper circle. It's going to go in the back, but you want to stamp or write on this if you can before you ever glue it on. It's a little bumpy if you try to write on it. Ask me how I know. So here we have this, and it's going to be a birthday card, and this sentiment I'm putting on the back, it says, "Because you totally deserve it." I'm using Poppy Parade ink because that's the color of the little flowers in that garden designer paper. And I'm just going to ink this up. You can do this with any papers you have at home, any images. Really, the sky's the limit as far as what you can do with this. And I'm going to put it down just a tad here, okay, and stamp. Okay, because you totally deserve it. Now, I'm going to close this up for a minute. And I'm going to take this little floral image, okay? And I am going to cover up these two flowers because I just want the one flower. So I'm putting a Post-it note there. Let's see if that works for me. This one is pretty easy to ink up without a Post-it note, but I'm just doing it to protect it so I don't get ink all over the stamp. Okay, so see, I didn't get it all inked, so let me try it again. I'm going to cover these up because I don't want to get ink on that part. There we go. It's all inked up now. And then take this off and throw it away. Okay? So now let me get a piece of scrap paper. Bring this in. And I'm going to stamp just to add a little something here. Okay? Then we're going to color it with Poppy Parade. And like I said, much easier to do this ahead of time before you glue this on the back. Okay, and then I have Wild Wheat Light. This color is in the designer paper as well, as is Garden Green, but we don't have a Garden Green Stampin' Blends, which is an alcohol marker, so I'm using Light Mossy Meadow. And just color those leaves. All right, let's cover the ink and put this right here in the back. Let's go ahead and glue that, and then we'll start with our main image and our mechanism. There is a mechanism that you put on the inside paper, super simple, that keeps it open nicely, okay? So I have a 1/2 inch by 2 inch piece of Garden Green. I'm going to take my Simply Scored, and I've misplaced my scoring tool. No, here it is. I'm going to put it up here, and I'm going to score it every 1/2 inch. Okay, so there's 1/2, 1, and 1 3/4. Super simple. Okay, then we are going to fold this accordion style. So down like that, okay? And then we're going to put a glue dot and glue it inside here. And the easiest way to remember which way the mechanism goes is this: when you're opening up your taco, this mountain fold is up at the top. It pops up there. So we're going to put a glue dot on each of these. Oops. And then, well, that's not sticking. There we go. Put it one side here, just inside the edge. Make sure your mountain is coming up there, and then fold it and press down, close your taco up. Okay? And so that helps it keep it nice and the spacing right when it's on display. Okay? All right, so now I'm just going to set that aside, and we're going to work with our little cat. So I've got about a 3.5 by 4 or so piece of scrap basic white. I'm going to take my Memento Black ink and my little cat stamp. I'm going to ink it up. Okay, I see some ghosting there, so I'm going to try to clean that with a rag. I call ghosting if I get ink on the rim, on the outside edge. Okay, and you don't want that to transfer to your image, even if you're going to die cut it, just in case. Okay, so let's stamp this, and then we're going to color him. Look how cute that little cat is. All right, So for this, I've got my Poppy Parade, and I have dark Poppy Parade. Let's see, my light Mossy Meadow, light and dark Wild Wheat, light Petal Pink, and light Copper Clay. You can use whatever colors you want, and you don't have to stick with real life colors. You know, make it fun. You can change up the colors if you like. But I saw this Wild Wheat in the set in the designer paper, so I knew that I wanted to try that for the cat. So I'm going to quickly color this. This is not my area of expertise, but I love doing it, and it's super simple. Don't make it harder than it is. Now, I've seen some very artistic little cats colored, but that's just not me. I'm going to do it simple and get the card made. So I've got dark going around, and I'm just kind of outlining and going over those little sketch marks that the artist put in. Okay, and then I'm going to go down here where there would be a shadow, like where his little belly is overhanging under his chin here. And then right there, come around his face. Okay, let me do his little paws, holding a little pot plant. So cute. And I'm just going to kind of outline there, the feet too. Okay. That's good. All right, so now I'm going to take the light winter wheat, and notice I was using the bullet tip when it's a small area that I'm coloring. I try to use the bullet tip. It makes it a little easier to stay in the lines, for me anyway. So now I'm just kind of circular, carefully going around the flower and the pot. And I go over all of it with the light, just coloring it in. Carefully going around the pot and the little flower and the leaves. Get his face. Okay, let's do this. Get the tail. Then what I do is I go back and look at it a little bit, and I go back with the light and kind of make what I want to be my shaded areas a little darker with the light one. Sometimes I find if I go back with the dark, it makes it too dark, and there's a line there, and I'm trying to avoid, you know, harsh lines. Okay, right here. I'm just kind of scribbling a little bit. Cute little cat. Okay, I'm going to call him good. Okay, now I'm going to take the light petal pink and just kind of go inside the ears right here. And I did this. I really didn't know what color to do his little snout there, but I think that works. So now I've got my light copper clay, and I'm going to do the pot. And I'm just doing this really simply, coloring it all in with the same color. Okay. Then the light Mossy Meadow for the leaves. Light Winter Wheat for the center of the flower. And then Dark Poppy Parade for the petals. Just color them in. Okay. There he is. Now we have the die cut shape, and we're going to cut this little baby out. So let me move this out of the way and get my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And we've got our plate 1 and then our cutting plates that are 2, number 2. And so I'm going to just line this up, trying to get his little feet in, his tail right. And then I'm going to put a piece of Post-it tape down. Oops. And let's run it through. Okay, let's check him out. Yes, super cute. Okay, I'm going to put this in my magnet bowl, and then we're going to start putting it together. Now, here's my card. And with this, and if you color with Stampin' Blend, you're going to get a bleed through, which is totally correct. It's supposed to do that. But if you want to cover that, I cut another die cut of the same shape, and I'm going to glue that right behind. Now, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to glue this top part together and leave this bottom part without adhesive. And I'll show you why. I'm going to use some Stampin' Seal Plus. And the more you leave without adhesive there, the farther it will go down on your card. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. I think I'm going to do that. And then you just shadow him, back him up. And now he has a background, and he's got a little tab right there. And we're going to put that right here on top of the fold, okay? And I'm going to use glue dots to attach him. So see how he is right there? And so you've got this white instead of the bleed through, okay? All right, so now let me get my glue dots, wherever they may be. Here they are. And my take your pick tool. And then I'm going to take this, pick up, put the glue dot there, center him like you want. When I did the first one, it was looking off center to me because it was like more toward this way, but yet his tail comes over, okay? And then on the back, let's do the same thing. Give it a good press. Okay, so see now, you see why I stamped a little lower here. And you don't have to do that. You could just leave the white where you could sign it, okay? All right, so there's that. And then for the sentiment on the front, I used this and this from the same stamp set, which was a carryover in the annual catalog. And it's these charming sentiments that have the dies that cut out the shape, okay, for the words. Kind of like when we like to fussy cut around our sentiments, this does it for us. And I'm going to put that right down here. Okay, now you can extend if your little image comes down farther here, you can extend this to where it goes off the card, because remember I said you have quite a bit of room in your envelope. Okay, so don't be afraid to extend some of either your image or your sentiment off the side of the circle. Okay, it's still going to stand up nicely and do the rockin' and rollin'. So let's go ahead and put this on. And leave it like that. And then you can add embellishments if you like. I'm going to leave this one like this for now. And then that's done. all done. Isn't that fun? Okay, little rockin' card, little rockin' cat. Okay, now let me show you quickly another way that you can do this. I started another card. If I can find all of my pieces. So, I'm using the Very Cute stamp set with the polar bears and the Berry Christmas Designer Series paper. So let me show you what I'm doing here. I've got my little mechanism ready, 2 by 1/2. And then I cut this out with the Radiating Stitches dies. These are also an online exclusive. You see those there, those nice little shapes? You got some circles, a heart, and then 3 rectangles. I used this one, okay? And I cut my 2 circles the same sizes as I did the other. And so, let me show you. Let's fold this in half. Let's see which is the easiest way. I believe that's it. Yep. You can definitely tell which is the easier way. It goes without any resistance, or with less resistance than the other way. Just play with it and see. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so there's the 4-inch circle, and here's the one down. And so this one, fold in half. Cute footprints. Thought I'd have the snowflakes showing. This is a Night of Navy cardstock. And then we're going to glue it just like that, okay, where it's the designer paper on the front and the back. Just another way to do it. And then your sentiment would be, you know, cut somewhere and extending beyond the card. And you could put like just a straight piece of cardstock, and I'm going to show you. Let's go ahead and get this done. Now, for this, I took the paper, the print from Berry Christmas that has all these forest friends, and these deer were down here, but they were facing this way. And I cut one of the Christmas trees out, just fussy cut, and I cut the sky, the story sky from the designer paper. It's from this sheet that has the sky with all the polar bears, you know, make a beautiful scrapbook page, okay? Cut one of the radiating stitches from that, and then I cut a little piece of white down there to look like the snow. That's just basic white cardstock. And then we have the mama deer just glued on, and then the baby is popped up with dimensionals, okay? And let's see. This is to back it so that we can glue it on. But you know what I'm thinking? Just came to me. I need to cut one of these in white, and then we can write on the back of that. What you think? I think that's possible. Let me go ahead and get my mechanism in here. So we're going to do this, mountain fold in the middle. And let's use our glue dots. So I hope you try these, and if you do, I want you to head over to my Ink and Inspiration Stampers group, where I'd love for you to share your projects made like this. Okay, Lisa, come on. There we go. So I'll have the link to that group page. You have to answer a couple of questions so I can let you in. It's to keep the trolls out and make sure you're human. And then I'll approve the membership. So be sure and answer the questions. If you don't, then I think you're a troll. Not really, but I don't. It's just a safety measure to protect the group. It is a private group, and okay. All right, but I'll have the link to join in the video description. Okay, so now this is going to go here. And I cut this from Night of Navy because I thought it needed a little more stability, because this is just designer paper. But I think I need to put basic white on there. So let me try to do that. Let's see. I need to cut a piece of basic white. Okay. Come up back over here with my trimmer. I'm going to cut it at 3.5 inches so that I can use my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Sorry this is so long, you guys. I didn't intend for it to be so long. Okay, so now let me find my radiating stitches. I think this will work. Okay, we're gonna get the same size as the designer paper with the little deer. What am I doing? Oh my goodness. Okay, get this in. Let's cut one of these and see how that works. So I'm thinking if you have like a label die or something that's a rectangle or even a circle and it's large enough, you cut white and put it on the back of your main image that shows on the front, and then you can have a place to write your message and have that designer paper at the back, right? Oh, Lisa, why didn't y'all tell me I wasn't cutting the right one? I know you can't tell me, it's a pre-recorded video. All right, let's try it again. Well, I have a radiating stitches die that I can use somewhere. Die cut, I should say. Okay, here we go. Let's try it again. It's called Creating on the Fly. Okay, come on, machine. I've got it all cattywampus and crooked. Okay, there we go. They can get temperamental. There we go. Okay. So if you have a stubborn mini emboss machine, if you vary the edges of your plates a little bit, it helps. I think I had some resistance because I had the cardstock a little higher, but you know, if you have it just a little different, it makes it not so thick when it's rolling through that first initial roll or turn. Okay. Now, we can put this at the back of this. Yes. Okay, let's see how it works. Okay, so this is a pretty large label. So I'm going to come down. I don't know if this is going to fit y'all now that I'm thinking about it. Let's see. Well, yes, it is. Of course it is. Okay, so let's glue the top part of this. I want it to go down pretty far, just to be sure. So I'm leaving no adhesive at the bottom there. And let's line that up, the top two edges first, or I should say the top edge first. Okay, and then we're gonna do that. Yeah, look at there. And then you can still write on this and not have any bumps from the little mechanism. So I'm gonna move that over just a little bit. Okay, so this I think is going to need several glue dots, don't y'all think? Whoop. Let's see, let me center this. I like to get this on here like this so that I can see where to put the glue dots, y'all know? Know what I'm talking about? I keep moving my little rocking mechanism. Okay, there we go. Okay, putting at least 3. You may need more, but really, I think this is the easiest way to do it, is with glue dots like that. Let's flip it, and let's do the back. So I will say, if you wanted to stamp on this, I would do it before you glue it to the other side, okay? I'm just going to use mine to write a message. So cute. Don't y'all think this is a fun shape? I don't even know who invented it, but I've been seeing it a ton. I thought, I've got to try it. Okay, so here, now what I want to do is do Merry Christmas across there. So I'm going to go into my scrap drawer, and let's see if I can find coordinating stamp set. I think I want to do Merry Christmas. So look, I got all kind of little critters in there. And that's about a 3/4 inch wide strip that I think this will do. Yeah, I think it will, rather than have this one. It's a little wide. Okay, so let's mount this. I'm going to lay that down like that on that straight line. And then pick it up. And real red. Oh my goodness. Red all over the block. Okay. Let's grab this. Our little 1/2 inch strip from my scrap drawer. And I can't see the, the edge, so I'm moving over from the edge in case I want to banner cut the ends. Okay, that works. So that's a 1/2 inch strip of cardstock for that Merry Christmas. And then let's see what I want to do. I think I'm going to do this and then banner cut. Cut up this, oh, that's a little long. Cut up the center and then meet it from the corner to the center. Okay, let's cut this a little shorter. Maybe too short. That'll work. Yeah, I like it. So just adhesive there in the middle. And put that like that. And then I thought about using some snowflakes. These are in that dashing through the snow, one horse open sleigh suite. Okay, let's see how this looks. Yeah, I think I'm going to put them. I'm going to put one more. I'm using the smaller ones here. Okay. There's our Rockin card with our Rockin reindeer. Whoa. Okay. You know what I'm seeing? Okay. Note to self. It's too heavy. It's way too heavy. Okay, so what we need to do is what? Pull this off. Now I'm going to try it. No, it's still rocking. You know what? It's the dimensionals, I bet. What do you think? Let me see if this makes a difference. Or if it's just the heaviness of the big die. Lisa, golly. Take this one off. Y'all ever take your cards apart like this? Say, uh-oh, that's not working. So this is what happens when you don't test it before. This is, like I said, creating on the fly. So I'm going to try that. Still. Oh, no. Ta-da! Okay. I think it's how the little, there, oop. Okay, somehow this will work. There. Okay. And then I'll probably put this down here. Let's see what that does. You know what it is? It's these little guys down here. You know, the little ridges? Plus the weight. Okay. So I got it to stand. All right. But Rockin', I don't know about this one. So the next time I do a card like this, I will not use a big label. Okay. I'm going to do a little thing or a circle. I just thought that would be cute. Like this. Boom. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay. All right. So this probably, if it was a shorter label, okay, I don't even know if I cut it off, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off. Okay. And I'm not going to do it now. I just will post the revision on my blog. Okay. I'll post the revision there on the blog. So what I'm probably going to do here is use this on another card. Okay. And then just try these maybe on a little circle and see how that goes. Stay tuned. Okay. Thanks so much for joining me and working through that with me. This one is fine with the little guys, so can't be too top heavy. All right. Okay. Give it a try. Go to Ink and Inspiration Stampers, share your results, okay, and look for a modified version of this one on the blog tomorrow, probably Monday, okay? It'll be there. Talk to you again soon. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye. Okay, I decided to tack this on because I finished it right away. I couldn't stand it. So now this is more like it. What I did is I cut out the 2 deer again, did not use dimensionals, punched a 2 3/8 inch circle punch out of the Starry Sky, and then the 2 3/8 inch circle back here so I can write a message, okay, and I can write on it here. It's down here where it's a little more difficult. And then put the Merry Christmas down here at the bottom. And the deer extend a little bit beyond the circle, but that's fine. It's just, it cannot be too top heavy. I'm happy with how it turned out. You see, I even added the tree and 3 snowflakes there, so all is well. It can always be fixed, so never give up, okay? Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again soon. Be sure and like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you watching. Take care. Bye-bye.